I mean, so many of the best films I saw this year were made by women, and you just see the barriers at every level because so many of them were not recognized awards time.
Natalie, as we start, obviously, Sundance is a place for a fashion statement, but also you are wearing your Ice Out and Be Good pins today. So I just wanted to see if there's anything that you wanted to say about why you chose to wear those.
Well, this is obviously such a joyful community celebrating film here, and we're so excited to be showing The Gallerist here. But we're also at a moment in our country's history that is quite devastating, and I think it's it's impossible not to talk about what is happening right now and the brutality of ICE and how it has to stop immediately, and also the beautiful community that Americans are showing right now, showing up for each other, protecting each other, and fighting for their freedom. But it's a very, it's a bittersweet moment to celebrate something we're so proud of on a backdrop of our nation really in pain.
Yeah. And that's true. I mean, that is the whole thing that brings us here together is storytelling, telling stories that previously are untold. Not everything, of course, has to be super serious. You guys are giving us a psychological thriller that is set in the world of Art Basel. Cathy, what was it about, especially that I guess not festival, that made you interested in diving into that world?
Well, I think the way that it's grown over the years, not unlike Sundance in some ways, but I think I think Art Basel became more a part of the cultural lexicon, and more people were aware of it. And then I think the phenomenon with Mauricio Catalan's banana on a wall, for example, and I think that was really part of the inspiration for this film, because I've always been really fascinated by the definition of art and what it is, and the innate tension of making art, and how do you, especially in the contemporary art world, how do you attribute value to art? Is it entirely in the eye of the beholder? Is it the context? Is it the way that it is presented? Is it the literal frame that it comes in? And I think ever since Duchamp decided that a urinal could be a piece of art and called it the fountain, the contemporary art world has been really asking that question. And so it kind of felt inevitable that eventually a dead body could be considered art.
What interested you guys about that? I mean, aside from just the idea that logline is kind of amazing, but it is also, that meta nature of making a movie about, which is a piece of art, about what is art. Jenna, what for you?
Well, by the time that the script came my way, Cathy was already attached, Natalie was attached. So I trust these two artists immensely, and I really look up to them. But also the script is so immensely funny. I found myself actually engaging and laughing with it, which it's hard to do, and I don't think I'm that easy to crack. So I was really amazed by that. I love that none of the characters are completely perfect. Everybody's flawed. Everybody has things that they're willing to sacrifice in order to take, and that was very interesting to me. And then also my character Kiki is kind of a spaz. She has good intentions, but is way too anxious and riddled with this nervousness that it seemed like a great challenge in considering the circumstances that they're put in this film. So it was just exciting to me to do something new and, again, work with people I really respect.
Okay, guys, what have you found that makes Jenna crack now that you guys have worked together?
I don't know. I think you're kind of easy to crack.
I don't know. I'm trying to think. I don't know that there's one specific thing. She's just so bright and so knowledgeable about film, and so such a fucking great, excuse my language, such a great actress. So on and in it. That it is rare, because I think you're very focused and like in tune with everything. You're not there to like mess around, but then it's also fun to you
Maybe just the suggestive art on the wall.
yeah, the art on the walls.
Yeah.
You had
you
some-
like good
you
like
made
off in the
actually,
corner.
Yeah.
Sitting and playing with things.
Were you making some art on your
You're like
own?
this, and this doesn't make sense
I
to
know.
anyone yet.
Maybe
or
you'll
ever.
see in the movie.
Exactly. No spoilers yet because you guys have your big premiere coming up tonight. But actually, Natalie, what was it for you that intrigued you about the premise?
Well, the first time I met Cathy, and we talked about it after I had read the script already, but Cathy was talking to me a lot about the compromise and that slippery slope of, as an artist or as a human being, making choices and saying, oh, that's not that bad. And especially when it's mixed up in commerce, you know, when you're like, okay, it could be really profitable. And I think it is very reflective of a lot of what we're seeing in our country too, of like, what are the compromises people are willing to make for something to be valuable? And obviously it's a very fun, satirical look at that, but it is quite resonant, I think, in our moment right now of like, what does compromising your ideals, your vision, your artistry, you know, what does it cost you?
I mean, that was something, you know, obviously we haven't gotten a chance to dive into the film completely yet, but, you know, just like film festivals, the art world kind of draws in a lot of opportunists. So did you kind of want to reflect a little bit of that too, that element of, you know, not everybody's, some people are here more for the money than the love of the game?
Certainly, yes. You know, I think that like there's always that tension between art and commerce, and you kind of need both to sustain itself. I think in the film world very much as well, and you can't ignore the other side, but then you're always trying to sort of find the right balance and if that can even exist. So that was definitely something that was very personal to me, just a theme that I've always wanted to explore, and it felt nice to explore it in a slightly different world than my own.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, not everything has to be incredibly biographical, but we do love seeing you in this indie film world again. You know, obviously you've had lots of success here, but we also enjoyed getting a blockbuster from you with Birds of Prey. What was it about, you know, getting to work with Cathy, in particular, Jenna and Natalie, that really struck you about her approach to filmmaking?
Well,
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's just such great taste. Everything was very meticulous, so thought out. There was meaning behind everything, and it's very easy to take a premise like this and just poke fun and kind of get wild and silly with it. But even in the chaos and kind of hectic nature of the camera choreography or the performances and the up and down emotional roller coaster of it all had a purpose. It all was what we knew we were getting into. It just felt that prep and sense of security, and knowing that somebody was overseeing the whole thing and had looked at everything from every single corner and perspective was so freeing and allowed us more opportunity to play in the, you know, in this space, which was perfect. Like, you know, they really built the gallery and they really did look at the Jiffy Lube, you know, structure and model it after that. And yeah, it was so beneficial, just the process of this. I didn't know what I was getting into, but really getting to get into like the meal, you know what I'm trying to say. I'm dragging myself on now, but she's incredibly thoughtful and meaningful and chic.
Chic is actually also one of the most important parts. I mean, come on. Look at you. But no, to your point about the nitty gritty, like, you know, I think film fans, we always talk about the hair tie scene in Birds of Prey. It's the tiniest little moment, but it's like the thing that made us all know there's a woman directing this that like understands what we're looking for when we're watching one of these movies. Tell me a little bit, yes, Natalie, I'll let you speak to Cathy as well.
no, I think Jenna's exactly right on that. Cathy, I mean, it's so hard talking when you're right here, but
Believe me,
she's
this is more
such
awkward
a
for me.
brilliant leader. The specificity of vision, the preparedness, it's really all of that work ahead of time, all of that like precise decision making and leadership leads to the possibility for spontaneity. And it's that combination of like, and especially balancing this very, very specific tone that is extremely satirical, but also has true emotion in it, which is almost impossible to create. And she knew how to do it, knew how to guide us to it, and also came in with like such incredible energy and like joy and spirit every day that like kept us so like sustained and inspired every day. And yeah, and we laughed a lot, and it was an incredible experience. And I think you feel it in the movie. All of us were just so in it.
Yes, Cathy, I'm sorry that I had to make you endure that.
It's the most awkward
rather
thing.
get dragged.
You're like, can you say something mean, make me feel a little bit better? But I think it's important to state that because, you know, we still have statistics that are incredibly low when it comes to women in the director's chair, and getting, you know, after you've made one movie or two movies, to get another movie made. You're nodding quite intently. What would you like to say about that idea of what it still takes after you've made a couple successful films to get a movie like this made and at Sundance and yeah.
I think it's a pretty hard time in the industry in general right now, where it can feel a little risk averse or people don't know where we're headed, and but at the same time, I think it's full of opportunity, especially because I think old systems are sort of breaking and new ones have to start, and there's just so much going on in the world that I think it is very important for storytellers to reflect on. But there is a problem in this industry, I think, of not giving women the opportunity that they are owed still. We are not a trend. You know, DEI should not be a bad word. And I think part of that perhaps is there is still this this difficult contradiction sometimes in what I think people expect women to be, and then also what a leader could look like. And so when you have to be both of those things at all times, that creates a lot of difficulty. And I'm still navigating that, certainly. But, you know, I know that women have also directed some of the most profitable films of late. So there is absolutely no reason, whether it's a financial or artistic reason, that women should not be directing more films right now. And I also want to just give a shout out to Natalie, because I think she's really been so supportive of female filmmakers and putting her money where her mouth is with that. And it's very, very important.
Thank you. Well, I mean, so many of the best films I saw this year were made by women, and you just see the barriers at every level because so many of them were not recognized. Awards time, I mean, between Sorry Baby and Left-Handed Girl and Hedda and Testament of Ann Lee, Belen, Late Shift, like.
If I had legs, I'd kick you. Yeah.
Yes. I mean, extraordinary films this year that I think a lot of people are enjoying and loving, but are not getting the accolades that they deserve. And so even when you pass the barriers of getting your financing, which is harder, getting into festivals, which is harder, getting, you know, like every step of the road is harder, and then you're out and it's great, and then it also doesn't get the attention. It's just, we have a lot of work to do still, but joyfully, with a lot of joy, working with each other, and it's a very special process to be in community with women on set. We had, I mean, between Divine, Joy Randolph, and Catherine Zeta-Jones, and us, it was like so rare.
It was the best. It was the best. Yeah, I can't remember the last time I had an experience like that, but it was nice every once in a while looking around and just seeing women.
And actually, to that point of putting your money where your mouth is, Natalie, congratulations also on the Oscar nomination for Argo.
Oh, thank you.
Another film that you put yourself behind and really helped get out there to audiences.
Thank you. Well, we're so proud of Argo, and we're so excited and grateful for the reception it's had, and it's been a very magical ride. And yeah, it does sustain you to feel like sometimes you do something because you just love it and you believe in it, and it's not because you think it's gonna make you money or get anything, and then surprise, it works and people receive it with a lot of love. So it's been really lucky.
Well, I'm so excited for people. Well, I mean, I'm excited to see this one myself. But thank you guys so much for joining us. We've got one just last question. Obviously, we're talking audio storytelling here. So curious, for you, what is a podcast or an audiobook that you guys have read recently? Or rather, listened to recently?
I don't listen to podcasts. I'll listen to the same 15 seconds over and over. I get distracted too easily. It's not for me.
I listened to the Michelle Williams reading of the Britney Spears.
Me too. She's
And it's
so good.
Brilliant.
Yes.
It's a real.
It's a great performance.
It's a great performance, and it's a very moving book too.
Wait, she is.
She reads it.
And she plays all the
I
details.
love
really
her.
worthwhile.
I love
Yeah.
her so much.
That's a good
Interesting.
one.
Okay, I didn't know that was okay.
I'm also not usually like, I'm more like visual than listener.
Yeah.
But we were like doing like a road trip and we listened to it in the car and I was just like, this is one of the great things.
It's like one of her
recent.
best performances. I mean,
she
has
has
brilliant
a lot.
performances,
Like, she's kind of
but an
always
audio
brilliant.
performance.
But
But she plays all the different characters.
Yeah.
Wait,
The
just
Justin
like every-
Timberlake.
Wait, it's a one. Where am I? That I can't believe
It's a
that
must.
completely.
It's a must listen.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I did that one in like a day and a half. It's
Yeah.
incredible.
Oh my God, everybody knows.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's okay. That's what we're here for. Girls are sharing
Yeah.
with one another.
I love
Thank
this.
you guys so much.
Yeah.
Truly.
Thank you.
That was great.